tape for this featherweight fight. Omigawa, 10 years the elder of the Brit. He is 3 inches shorter. Jason Young will have a 5-inch reach advantage. Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Leon Roberts.
Leon Roberts, our referee. LG Arena, Birmingham, England. Omigawa.
You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Bring
And
it on,
Young.
come on.
Really swinging early is Jason Young. Omigawa in the black trunks, red and white for Young.
And as we said, Michihiro Omigawa looking to take the fight to the ground or get close to Young so he can use his boxing. And Young is showing some real good counter-striking skills. He uses a wide base, gets out of the way quickly, good angles.
Young said, I feel like I'm the younger, more athletic fighter in this matchup. And he thinks that those attributes will help lead him to victory. Omigawa, very experienced mixed martial artist.
Well, as we said, Omigawa prefers to strike with the hands, whereas Young has a real good kicking arsenal. So Young is going to have more distance to work with.
And you saw the reach advantage as well.
Yeah, he's got a couple advantages there, and he also has real good footwork as far as cutting angles. You watch as Omigawa presses forward, Young will move slightly to one or the other side.
Quickly, he works the inside of both legs. Omigawa switches stances.
You know, he got out of there quickly, slipped when he did it, but you see his intentions. Omigawa's got an excellent chin, Mike. That's another good thing he's got going for him. He can take it.
Needs a big win tonight. Right back up. Southpaw again. Omigawa switched it up, and he does so again right here. Lead left as he switched his stance. He's switching his stance almost every time he comes in.
And Omigawa has decided to try to take him down here.
His upper body control is what Omigawa's great at. Black belt in judo.
And it's interesting that we very rarely see him fight on the ground. He prefers to use his judo Chuck Liddell style to sort of keep fights standing.
Right.
But he is more than capable, as you see, right there with a nice trip of taking fights to the ground. And this is probably a good place to be with Jason Young. He doesn't really want to, you know, the way the fight is going, he doesn't want to keep that momentum going in Jason Young's favor. And here is a nice opportunity to break it up, put it under his control, and hopefully get something going here on the ground.
Competed in all different organizations in Japan, including Time and Pride.
And Jason is trying to get his legs under him here, but Omigawa struggling to keep Young on the ground. Jason's got to be careful here he doesn't give up his back. Nicely done, right up to his feet. And look out for that knee, because it's coming. There it is. And he goes high with it.
Trying to keep him in
nice
space.
elbow.
Nice. He was trying to push space for the knee, and then when it was tight, he used the elbow.
And Omigawa working very hard for that clinch here. Now another issue here is that this is going to force Jason Young to fight Omigawa's fight, and it's going to tire him out. This is an exhausting sort of a way to defend, especially against a talented judo fighter like Omigawa. And that's what we're talking about, Mike, the distance. I believe that Jason Young has some significant swelling over his right eye, Mike.
Yep, you can see it.
It's bleeding now as well.
That was the result of that tight fighting in the clinch a moment ago. Oh, nice knee. Not only did he land that kick, but he did it as Omigawa was moving right into it. 40 seconds on the clock here in the first round.
Grab the cage, don't grab the cage.
Yeah, that eye is swelling badly as we're watching it, Mike.
Fingers out of the cage, Jason.
right under the eyebrow on the right side.
Here comes the knee. Nice combination by Young. And
Looking
he
for
shoots.
his own
Look at this.
takedown. 10 seconds.
He's got to be careful. Oh, he falls into a guillotine.
Final seconds of the round. Round 1 concludes. Round 2 right ahead.
Sit down. Listen.
So apparently
Listen,
it was a headbutt that caused this swelling, Mike. And let's take a look at it here. They clashed right there. Yup, you can see it. Absolutely, that's what caused it. Good job picking that up. And here's the head kick that rocked Omigawa. But as we said, Omigawa, you know what? That did not hit him. That hit his forearm. It looked like the foot landed a little bit, but the most of the impact was on his forearm. Wow, that's some serious swelling.
Okay, good. Do a little more. Come forward. Put pressure on him.
It's going to be hard for Young to see out of that eye, Mike. So anything coming from that side, it's going to be difficult for him to judge distance. And punches are going to be able to sneak in on that left side a bit easier.
Let's see if Michihiro Omigawa looks to attack that side.
Yeah, on anything coming from Omigawa's left. Left hooks, yep, left hand landed.
Yep.
It's going to be hard for him to see as well.
Nice clinch in the knee to the body.
So for Young, it's imperative to do low. Nice takedown by Omigawa.
Close guard.
For Young, it's going to be imperative to protect that eye to keep it from swelling any further. And he definitely doesn't want to fight like this. He wants to get distance now.
8 wins total for Jason Young, 12 in the career of Michihiro Omigawa. 10 years older than the Brit. Top position here in round 2. Quick shot landed. And he's working his opponent up towards the cage.
Omigawa is grabbing a hold of Jason Young's right hand. He's trying to stuff it behind his back where he will grab it with his right hand. We call the handcuff position. And if he does that, he'll be able to tee off on that right eye. He's going to switch right now to a Kimura, I believe, pinning down the right wrist, and he's sliding his right arm in an overhook position underneath the arm and trying to clasp it on to his wrist. What they call a double wrist lock in catch wrestling. We rarely see Omigawa go for submissions, Mike. You know, it's kind of interesting. He's got that judo background, but really prefers to stand up and box with guys.
Just 2 submission victories in his MMA career.
It's unusual because, you know, Niwaza is a very big part of the judo tradition. Look at that beautiful rollover, nicely done by Jason Young.
They're
Up
back
to
to
his
their feet.
Yeah, that's what he's got to do, push him off. He does not want to clinch with the better clincher. This is Jason Young's fight. Nice leg kick.
Midway point of this fight, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Brilliantly timed uppercut there by Young as well.
And again, he's coming from different angles. Head kick. But still a lot of control early here in the second for Omigawa.
Nice elbow.
Nicely
Beautiful
done.
trip.
And side control.
But again, Omigawa, he locks a hold of that leg, gets a hold of him, and really just sits on him. He very rarely tries any submissions. He was in a perfect position earlier to attempt that Kimura and never pulled the trigger on it. You know, if you had given that to someone like Krzysztof Sosinski, he would have ripped the guy's arm off in that position. He would have been in a perfect spot for it.
We've seen him do it before.
Yeah, you know, it's weird where fighters have the opening and just decide not to go for it. But the good thing about it for Young is he can kind of relax here because he's not worried. He's not worried about Omigawa trying to submit him. I can't remember a single submission attempt Omigawa has made in any of his fights. He's got a neck crank position here if he chooses to try it. He's in a position right here to put pressure on the neck. It looks like he's full mount here, and it looks like he's going to try to attack that right shoulder. Let's see if he does. Nope.
Half guard again. Well, with 23 total fights in his MMA career and 2 victories by submission, Joe, it really validates your point.
Yeah, it's interesting because of his grappling base. It seems strange that he doesn't attempt more submissions.
But that said, this round he has had a ton of octagon control.
Yeah, look, here he goes into full side control here. So his control is excellent, but he just chooses not to try to finish. Full mount. Brilliant mount. And Young did a real good job of hip escaping to half guard.
Final seconds of the round. A round controlled by Michihiro Omigawa.
And here we see Michihiro with a very nice trip, gets the fight to the ground. And this is an excellent reversal here by Jason Young, using his feet on the fence. And there's a nice trip by Omigawa. And once Omigawa got it to the ground, he showed great control, but really didn't do much damage.
You're doing good, good. You want some water on your head? Good. You're winning. Don't lose this fight. You can do it. Put some pressure on him. Win this fight.
You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Bring it on, come on.
Third and final round.
Now what Jason Young has to worry about is even though Omigawa didn't do much to him, he got him down and he got dominant position. You know, Young landed some great strikes standing up, but a lot of judges look at that dominant position and control on the ground as being more.
And he's really coming out swinging, knowing exactly what you said, Joe.
Yeah, I bet his corner informed him of that.
Yep.
Nice knee attempt.
Said you got to start to take control of this fight again.
And of course, also, it's not a good thing, but the judges could be thinking about Omigawa in his last fight, and that, oh, he got kind of screwed, and they could take that into consideration. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully they don't, but it is possible.
10-point must-scoring system based on effective striking, grappling, aggression, and octagon control, and that's what Omigawa had for pretty much the entire second round.
Well, once he got the fight to the ground, he definitely controlled, but really did nothing offensively from there.
And Young's trying to be offensive here early, flying knee.
There's a nice kick by Omigawa.
Young would really like to stay on the feet and try to pick him apart.
Yeah, but this is Omigawa's world, man.
Absolutely.
Once he gets close to them like that, look how easily Omigawa can manipulate his body.
And you talked about that as he walked into the octagon. It's that judo strength. It's that core that you develop after years and years and years of training at the highest level in judo.
And they develop that sensitivity to balance and manipulation. Like when they just sense when a guy's just got a little too much weight on one leg or the other, and whoop.
Yep.
And Omigawa is so good at misdirecting, you know, like throwing to the left but then tripping to the right. Oh, he dropped down for a heel hook. Jason Young could be in trouble here, Mike. No, he's mostly out of it. Mostly out of it. Omigawa can use it to sweep, though, if he chooses to stand up here. Oh, he let it go completely.
And they're back on their feet with under 3 on the clock.
That was the first submission attempt we've seen so far in the fight from Omigawa. And quite honestly, it looked a bit tentative as he was doing it.
Hands are down from Omigawa.
You know, and again, as an example, a guy like Husamar Palhares gets you in that position, he dives on that leg.
Absolutely.
You know?
Nice counter right by Jason Young.
Off the short stick.
Omigawa drops him down for a guillotine again. And this is the same position that Omigawa attempted very briefly earlier in the first round. And Young is he's okay here with his left arm defending, and he's out.
But he's on his back again.
Yes.
With under 2 on the clock.
So Omigawa he's stuffing that right hand through the underhook, Mike, and he does that. He could be looking for a Darce choke. And now that Young's left hand is out, Omigawa has over-under control here, and he's got the back. Let's see if he chooses to try to put hooks in. And Jason Young's trying to get back up to his feet. And look at that, very nicely done how he pulled that leg out from under him. And then he turns him the other way. See how he does that, Mike? He pulls the leg out from under him, and then he turns him towards his right and pins him flat again. And Jason Young take a big deep breath there. See, you know what? This, despite all of Young's excellent stand-up,
yes,
this could easily be the deciding factor in how people score this fight.
Well, we knew coming in, on paper, he was the better grappler, and he's validated that point throughout this fight, especially in the second round and now here in the third round.
Yeah, I think this is the most grappling we've seen so far from Omigawa. And now he's attempting that Kimura that we saw earlier. He's looking for it. Oh, nicely done how he moved to the left, and then as Young defended, he hopped back over to the right. He has that right arm in a good position with the right overhook wrapping Jason Young's right arm, and he will push down with his left wrist. Push down with his left hand on the right wrist of Jason Young if he wants to go for it. And he's softening him up with elbows.
Final seconds of the fight now, 15
Young
on the
back
clock.
up to his feet.
10 seconds remain.
May very well be too little too late for Jason Young.
A lot of control for Omigawa.
Well, what we saw from Jason Young is obviously he's got some real good stand-up. He needs to work a bit on his ground game, though.
Fight goes the distance. Judges will render their decision. Young came out flying in the first, but Omigawa showed his years of grappling and how dominant he can be from that position in the second and third rounds.
And there's a nice left hook by Young, but Omigawa gets his back. And here Omigawa tosses Jason to the ground, gets on top, and there's a guillotine attempt that he used to roll Young down and hold him into position.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Michihiro Omigawa.
Dominant in rounds 2 and 3, and Omigawa earns the victory here tonight in the UK. Michihiro Omigawa, his first UFC win, and he will visit with Joe Rogan.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Michihiro Omigawa. First of all, congratulations on your first UFC victory. A very tough fight. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 初めての UFC の勝利で、はい、最後の本当に判定を聞くまではどちらか分かんない自分にも分かんない状況だったので勝ててとても嬉しいです。
Since starting in the UFC, it's been quite tough, and especially in the last fight where the judgment went against me. So it's really good to be able to get my first win here.
Was that a consideration coming into this fight? I know he was disappointed with his with the decision in his last fight. Was that something he thought of during this fight?
前回の判定はちょっと大変だったからこの試合の中でそういうことを考えましたか？
はい、常に上を取ってトップをキープして、はい、 絶対勝ちにこだわるという、はい、でもちょっと硬くなりすぎちゃったので、次の試合ではもっともっとアグレッシブに攻めて、はい、KO1 本を取りたいなと思います。
Of course, it was naturally playing on his mind and has been since the last fight, but he tried not to let that get to him too much and tried to keep loose so he could approach this fight, but it did make him want to win even more.
Well, he had a great strategy in utilizing his judo and his excellent grappling, and congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you again.
柔道の戦略は本当に素晴らしかったで、今日はすごく大変な試合でおめでとうございます。あと
これがネオ柔道です。
This is new judo.
New judo. Congratulations. Michihiro Omigawa, ladies and gentlemen.